So this is the all-new MGS6 EV, and it ticks so many boxes for me. It's practical, it's got a decent amount of range, also fast charge is available. It's available in 3 options. So you have the SC long range, the Trophy long range, and also the range top-in Trophy all-wheel drive available here as well. Most importantly, this is reasonably priced as well, which I think is very important in this day and age when it comes to EVs. This is what MG is all about, bringing us a car that's packed full of tech, full of features, and not costing an arm and a leg to be able to get one of these. Let's start with the design. So over on the front, we've got the split lighting system here, really bright LED lights. I love this slim profile here running light system here. It looks really good. Big MG logo. Actually, MG logo is probably one of my favorite logos out there. I think it looks absolutely fantastic. There's front available. We'll look at that in a second, but we'll look below here. We get the signature split front splitter there. I think it looks really good. It makes it look sporty and just gives this illusion that this is kind of low to the ground, but it's not that low to the ground. It's got a decent amount of ground clearance. This is a family SUV, and when you put it that way, you can start to think about things like practicality, and this adds a lot of space on the inside. Let's have a look at this front here. You're talking 124 litres if you get a rear-wheel drive. But if you go for the all-wheel drive, we're talking 102 litres of front space. And then moving over to the side, you can see we have big alloys here. So you can have this 19-inch or this here, which is a 20-inch Gulfstream style alloys with aero cover to make it nice and aerodynamic. And then we get the black cladding as well. It gives it that sort of like SUV look. And then moving further down, we get this silver roof railing styling, tinted or privacy glass on the back, and no drastic creases on here, just nice and sleek to give you that 0.27 drag coefficient. And then below here, we get the black and silver detailing here as well. Again, just giving it that extra contrast in terms of this red, black, silver styling that they've got going on. And then over here is your charging ports. It supports 144 kilowatt charging speed. So that 77 kilowatt hour battery in there can be charged up, I think, within 38 minutes here or there. You can see the length as well. I think it's around 4.7 meters long, so just under 5 meters. This is a very long car. So when it comes to parking and all that kind of stuff, you have to bear in mind. But based on that MSP platform, it just means that we get extra leg room when we get on the inside, more space generally all around the car, making it very, very practical. Over on the back, I think it actually looks really good overall. I think they've done really well in keeping this design looking nice and modern. We've got a light bar that stretches across the back of the car. We've got 3D effects on that LED lights as well. I think it looks absolutely fantastic, and the MG logo is there as well. We get a roof spoiler here with brake lights located there as well. Back window wipers there, I'm glad they've included that because some cars are taking this off the car now. We've got that diffuser here as well. It's got that split design again, and it just looks nice and sporty right there on the back. And then if we open up the boot here, which is also electronically controlled, nicely spaced, and this is very ample as well. We're talking 674 litres, and then if you fold the seats back, that's going to extend it to 1910, so 1,910 litres of boot space in there. So plenty of space in there to store things. So again, they're not compromising on how much you can store in here for your road trip, your adventures with your family and all that kind of stuff. You've got netting in here to store things so they don't move all around the car or anything like that. In terms of the flooring underneath here, there's actually nothing there really bar your 12-volt battery there. So if you're on flat, you know where to go. And then beyond that is just like kit to change your tires and all that kind of stuff. So that's as much as you get. But it's got a really nice aperture in terms of loading and unloading things. It's not too low, not too high. It's just spot on. I think they've done a really good job there. So bravo. Over in the back, it's all about space again, and that is definitely visible and just obvious here, you know. Plenty of space for my knees, I'm 5'11", plenty of space to tuck in my feet as well, and headroom is aplenty. Look at that. There's just so much a standard. You get the panoramic sunroof that stretches from the front to the back, and it opens pretty quickly, and that just adds extra sense of space in here, brings in extra lighting in the car. And what I really love as well is the finish in here. It's just nice and bright, and it's just really comforting in this car. So this suede material, you can also get a leather, full leather, I think, black grayish looking color. But this white one here, I kind of like it. I'm not sure about how dirty this would get very quickly and how easy it's going to be to clean, especially if you're going to have families in here. That's something I can't tell you right now. But in terms of the material and the finishing, I think this is really nice. You've got a pocket here to store things as well. We have 2 USB-C ports, and the center here is completely flat, so you're not going to argue or fight over where to put your feet when you get someone sitting in the middle. So that's really good. You've got heated seats here as well, and this one I think has the ventilated seats on the front for the passengers and the driver. Here we have a your armrests as well. Again, really good that they have the bottle or cup holders situated right at the front so you don't sink your elbow in it. But it just adds extra level of comfort, and the knee height is not bad as well. It's a really good sitting position. So if you're gonna be sat here for long periods of time, you're not gonna have any problem. This doesn't recline or move, the bench doesn't move or anything like that, but it's leaning back enough that you're not sitting too upright or too lean back that you get back pains or anything like that. So really nice and comfortable, and I think they've nailed this again. So let's see if that continues in the front. So over on the front, before we talk about it, I just want to appreciate the door sound as well. Just the quality of when you hear it, it's just like, it's just nice and satisfying. I think they've done a great job there as well. And as you can see, the seats move into position, the steering moves, just to make sure that I'm sat here comfortably. The design goes on here with how premium it looks in terms of the finishing all around the car in this trophy edition. So again, suede material there. You got the speaker grille, which matches the rest of the silver detailing all around the car. You got this faux wood material here, but they haven't overused that, which I kind of like. So it's not all over the place. It's just nicely balanced with the rest of the design of the car. I love the stitching as well. Nice and subtle. It's so clean and minimalist at the same time. One of the things that they really shout about is this 50-watt ventilated wireless charging area here. So which means you can charge your phone very quickly if you have a phone that supports that. Not many phones has the capability to charge at that speed, but it's good to have because it kind of just future-proofs this car. Elsewhere, you get some physical buttons here for the climate control, which is good. It means you don't have to faff around with a lot of settings in the car. And in terms of the screen layout, we have dual screen layout. So we have a 12.8-inch infotainment display and a 10.25 driver instrument cluster. And the way this sits here as well is nice and flush. Visibility is good behind the steering, and you get head-up display as well in this trophy edition. So you might spot a trend here. I think with a lot of things that you get with this, the trophy edition might be the one to go for. But as standard though, you do get good level of equipment in there, which is good. You've got the gear or transmission shifter there, electronic brake is there as well, and also 2 bottle holders here, and it's decent size, just a standard size. And then underneath here, more space to store things. It's so big I can almost fit most of my arm in there, so plenty of space in there. Clicks into place, and that also acts as your armrest when you're driving, you know. And the steering is so, it's not circle, but it's got like flat top, flat bottom as well. But I love this tactile feeling on this part here. So when you're driving, it just feels nice and grippy. And then some controls around the steering for like active cruise control and all that kind of stuff to control the settings and so on. We have 2 USB-C ports, and one is for your phone mirroring, although this supports wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, and also a big power outlet here, so you can plug in things if you want to do that as well. So really good stuff here. I think it's just a nice sitting position as well. Visibility is great so far. On the display, I love how compact it is. It's not too big. I think it's just nice. It just fits the size of the car, which is good. One thing I will say though is it's kind of a reach to touch it from the driver's seat, but that aside, it's nice and responsive. It's really sharp as well. You got quick access to things. So for example, you got this widget here, which allows you to quickly select your app connects for Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Climate control stuff is there as well. Navigation's there, nice and easy. And on the bottom, this stuff will remain there, so they're just easy for you to get to at any time. You got some apps already installed as well, so things like Spotify, TikTok, Amazon, YouTube's there. So if you want to watch GadgetsBoy on YouTube, you can do that on your car whilst you're charging it. And then on the bottom there, just the things that you need at all times or very quickly. So 360 camera there, so you can look around the car, as you can see, really nice. And then press that one for your phone call, obviously, when you get your Bluetooth connected. Press the car button, which allows you to do things like your safety, so you can check all that equipment here. So for example, we've got driving control here for your drive mode. So we have normal, we've got sport, comfort, snow, and custom as well. If you have a look at custom, you can see the kind of stuff that gets affected, like your power output, your steering, how it feels, your front wheel drive system. So you can have full-time four-wheel drive or on demand, and you get one pedal drive option as well, which I should actually flick on right now. And then auto hold and mode and all that kind of stuff's available here, so you can have a play with that. Head-up display settings is there as well, so you can change the brightness, the position, all that stuff. And then convenience allows you to change your easy entry system, follow me home, and all that interesting stuff. MG Pilot is really interesting because we do get all this bang and bang and sound that comes in the car. So this is where you can quickly turn things up and save your settings. So for example, overspeed warning. So if you turn that off, for example, speed limit recognition will leave that on. You can then leave that as it is, confirm it. So that will save it as that. So now if I was to go back out from this system, I can drag from the top for quick settings and activate that. So that will save my settings, so I don't have to keep digging for where things are. which I think is a really good thing to have. That's quite smart. That's the first time I've seen something of such in the car. Going back to that car menu, we then have things like your cluster. You can change the layouts and the theme and so on. So it gives you some level of customization, which I think is a good thing as well. Ambient lighting in the car, you can change this as well. So look at that, you can have different lighting, although very subtle, not too in your face, but it's good to have in the car as well. In sound settings, this is where you can adjust how things sound. So like your warning sound system, you can go to like EQ there as well. You got 11 speakers system in this version. So if you know what you're doing, you can adjust all this or just select some of the presets, which is good. If you're looking for the things like your safety system, it's all back in that MG Pilot because it's meant to be a co-pilot with you, right? So here's where you see things like your front collision warning system, your lane departure, your emergency lane keeping and blind spot system and rear cross traffic alert. So you have loads of safety equipment here that's available to you. So set all that ready to go. So that way, when you get in the car, you can just swipe down, select that, and you're good to go. Bob's your uncle. So that's pretty much it with what you can do on here. Very, very good stuff. It's responsive enough and offers lots of customization opportunities as well. So all trim levels have 77 kilowatt hour battery, so that's 74.3 kilowatt hour usable. The battery used is a nickel cobalt manganese, and this is basically geared towards longevity. The range depends on which trim level you go for. So if you go for the SC and the Trophy long range, you're looking at 329 miles. And if you go for the all-wheel drive Trophy dual motor, you're looking at 301 miles on the WLTP. If you get that in the real world, that's a totally different story. In terms of the power output, we're looking at 244 PS for both the SC long range and Trophy long range. And for the Trophy dual motor, it is 361 PS. For the torque, it's the same for the long range. So you're looking at 258 pound-per-foot torque, so 350 Newton meters of torque. And for the dual motor Trophy, 540 Newton meters. 0 to 62, 7.3 seconds for the long range. And for the dual motor, 5.1 seconds. Top speed is the same across the range at 124 miles per hour. Now you have all that out of the way, how does this actually drive in the real world? I think there's a bunch of things to point out here. First of all, visibility, very good. The pillars aren't blocking me in any way, which is a good thing, especially it's a family SUV. When you're driving with all your family in the car, I don't want anything obstructing my views at all, which is good. Then we have different drive modes here available. Like I said already, we have normal, sports, comfort, snow, and custom. By default, when you put this in, say, comfort, the steering is nicely weighted. It's not too soft, which is good. It's my level of weightiness, which is something I value. So when you then put it into sports, it gets a bit, heavier, which feels sporty. When driving around bends and corners and stuff, I think it handles very well. It's more on the directness of the steering side. So the steering feels very connected and it goes where you point it to. So agility is top notch, which is really good. I think in terms of the road noise though, I think there's lots of road noise coming through to the car. So it's not a quiet cabin by any chance. The level of sportiness and how it feels when you're driving in terms of the chassis, I think it's nicely weighted in terms of the center of gravity. They've placed the battery in the middle, so that way it's nicely weighted all around. So you're not chucking the weight around and feeling like a sluggish vehicle on the road. I think I'd like to liken the way or the sportiness of this to the likes of the Tesla. It's nice and stiff, it feels sporty, it's not bouncy or anything like that for a heavy car as well. It's a, this SUV kind of weight. So it's not a bad thing. I think that's a good thing, but it's still nice and comfortable though. You get energy recuperation, which you can also adjust the level of that. So here we go into the settings in terms of the driving control. We can go from low to medium, strong, and adaptive. I've got it on strong right now, and there's also an option there for one pedal driving, which I think does a decent job at slowing you down enough that you don't have to press the brake at all. Everywhere else, I think it's just good overall. The driving experience so far for me, so far so good. I think it's really good. The weight distribution is good as well in terms of when you're cornering and stuff. It's not throwing you around. The seats aren't that sporty in terms of the side bolsters, so it doesn't quite keep you in space, in keep you in position as such. But like I said, at the same time, you're not doing this all over the place as you're cornering, even at higher speeds as well. I think if there's anything negative to say, it's just that road noise could be better, but the energy consumption level is good as well. I think it's very efficient. So it ticks so many boxes in terms of being practical, feeling premium for this car. The price point is actually really good in my opinion, and it's got plenty of power as well, especially when you go for the Trophy dual motor version. You will lose a bit of mileage on there, so you'll reduce to 301 miles instead of 360 or something like that on the other long range version. So you'd have to pick which one matters to you most, but I think regardless of what you go for, 300 miles on average is more than enough for most people. If you're traveling cross country, you got fast charge to quickly charge it up again, and you're good to go for that short break before you carry on. So overall, I think this will do really well. I think MG are on the rise. I'm from Birmingham, and just to think of the connection between Birmingham and MG and what that means to me, I think it's nice to see them on the road doing great things and just being back out there, achieving good level of production and giving you that same package. Because when you look back at some of the MGs that I've driven in the past, like the ZRs and ZS and whatnot, those cars offer you so much value for the price point, and this still carries that with them. So excellent design, feels premium inside as well, good level of material. They haven't compromised at all. I've just been driving the Mercedes-Benz G580, for example. That costs £175 and it doesn't even have heads-up display. This has heads-up display and you're spending around £44,000 or so. So this is a great value for money overall. But over to you, let me know what you think. Any questions, you know what to do, drop them in the comments below. And thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one.